Hi everyone, Psalmist David here again with fresh bread, and excited to share with you some words of inspiration. And then on the harp, a little music on the harp. So, this is Passover season, Easter season, and I have another thought that I'd like to share with us. And it's taken from Matthew 26, chapter 26. Has to do with the fact or with the thought that sometimes people get offended with your worship of your God. And it shouldn't be that way because people should be free to worship in any way. But somehow, when people see you worshiping your God and doing things that might be expensive, and tithing or giving money to your church or something of that nature, somehow it shouldn't be, and it bothers people. So we have this story here in Matthew 26. It says, when Jesus was in Bethany at the house of Simon the leper, a woman came having an alabaster flask of very costly fragrant oil. She poured it on his head as he sat at the table. Okay, so this was her worship. She had this expensive fragrant oil. I don't know what she was going to use it for or how she got it, but this was hers, and her act of worship was to pour this, gush this on Jesus. And when the disciples saw it, they were indignant, saying, "Why this waste? For this fragrant oil might have been sold for much and given to the poor." It's interesting when we think about the poor, when it's not when we have a gift and it's when somebody else wants to worship, and surely their gift could have fed the poor and done all sorts of things. But Jesus, when he was aware of it, said to them, "Why do you trouble the woman? For she has done a good work for me." Jesus was fine with it. He knew that this was her act of worship. Jesus says, "You have the poor with you always, but me you do not have always. For in pouring this fragrant oil on my body, she did it for my burial." And he explains, or tries to, because they still aren't buying it. I mean, everybody who was there, this woman wasted money pouring this on Jesus. And somehow, whenever you're going to do something, lavish, something big that involves your God and your act of worship, it offends somebody. So do not please people at the expense of your worship. Do not do it. There's a time to give money to the poor. Jesus said that. The poor you have with you always. There's a time to share your meals. And then there's a time to worship your God and pay money and give time, and because it is your God. And so just to encourage those of you who are feeling God saying do something, but it might be expensive, or it might be a once in a lifetime thing, or a very fragrant, very costly fragrant oil, or something of that nature. God does ask you to do things from time to time, not to test you or try you, but just to give you an opportunity to share. God could easily have given her the money's worth back by the next year, or the next month even. God isn't short of cash, so it's not a money thing, it's a heart thing. And the thing is, no one must get between you and how you feel you want to worship your God. So I just want to encourage you along those lines. Certainly, we've had different things happen and so on, but I just want to encourage you, if God is moving you in this season, he's saying, do something extra, or you're feeling that you want to do something extra. God is okay with lavish gifts. God really, he is okay with it, and people aren't. So just understand that you're going to offend somebody, but it's you and your God. Yeah. Go ahead. My God, I want to lavish. you. I want to worship for all I am worth. Pour my praise, give all my worship to you. Jesus, you are Lord. You're worthy of all I am. Jesus, you're Lord, and all I have and all I am, I owe it to you. So I lavish my worship on you. I pour my praise, I give all my worship. You are worthy of it all. You are worthy of all I have. You're worthy of all. So I lavish it all on you. It's all for you, Lord. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. Have a great day lavishing on the Lord.